And
Cobourg pipes and drums, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, folks. How are we all feeling today? Oh, come on, you should do better than that. How are we doing? That's good. Now, as the clock strikes down here, or just afterwards, or this June 18th, we usher in another beautiful afternoon here in Cobourg, but more importantly, we usher in these, the 53rd annual Cobourg Highland Games. And my name is Darren, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's opening festivities, as well as all the fun and excitement that the Cobourg Highland Games has to offer year after year. And now, these games this year, they're bigger and better than ever before. And one of the latest and more exciting additions that we've had to this year's events is the heavy events. Now, for those of you that have saw them been going on all today, you start to gain an understanding for the brute force and the sheer athleticism that these guys and ladies have. Now, for those of you that haven't saw it, that will be going on throughout the rest of the day today, you will be in for a real treat. Now, in total, we have over 36 competitors in the heavy events this year, in the areas of both the men's open and the men's amateur division, as well as the women's division as well. Now, also we have some returning favourites to this year's games, including a group of talented young ladies who you'll see perform shortly from the Macklin Academy of Dance. Now, if you're like me on a hot day as it is today, you'll feel the urge to keep yourself going with some tasty food or a refreshing beverage, maybe something a bit stronger if that's what you prefer. Now, throughout the grounds today we have some great food vendors offering a wide variety of some of the best food and drink there is, everything from fish and chips to black pudding, pizza, poutine and iron brew. And I'll tell you something, I'm getting hungry here just thinking about it. Also with us today are vendors that offer some of the finest pieces of Scottish clothing and other fine accessories. However, one sight that never gets sold every single year here are the mass bands that showcase their talents, and in total we have over 28 pipes and drums today with us. Now, oh yeah, okay, sorry, I was getting myself mixed up. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you, and it's a privilege of mine, to offer to you and introduce to you the pipes of the 53rd Cobourg Highland Games.
This is Kim. Kim is up to do her first attempt on the caber. She's getting some
careful. and Dickaby trenches in the beauty's field. The youth's proud livery to gaze on now, with be a tattered weed of small work held. Then big ask where all the beauty lies, where all the treasure of the lusty day. To say, if in the being on deep sunken eyes, were on all even shape, is and praise. How much more praise deserved thy beauty youth, if those couldn't answer, this fair child of mine shall sum my counts and make my old excuse, proving his beauty by succession bond. Proving his beauty and succession. This word to be new, made without, who are old, and see by blood warm when the feels it's cold.
Bravo! Yeah, well done, girls. Very good. So what?
Fire roll! Quick! Ah!
There we are, folks. Now, along with the many pipes and drums that we have with us represented here today, another great tradition of the games here is honouring the clans that are represented here at these games each and every year. So with that being said, please join me in welcoming to the field the clans of the 53rd Cobourg Highland Games. Coming in first, we have Clan Donald. Following in behind them, we have Clan Parkinson. Coming along in behind them, we have Clan Grey. Following Clan Grey, we have Clan Keith. And coming in along beside them, we have Clan Kincaid. And behind them we have Clan Mackenzie. And coming in behind them we have Clan McNeil. I'd be a bit scared of the caber if I were you guys. And last but certainly not least we have Clan McPherson. The clans of the 53rd Cobourg Highland Games, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I mentioned earlier, folks, that we have a group of exceptionally talented young ladies.
O'clock. Let's give her a big round of applause there, ladies and gentlemen.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them all, the dancers of the Macklin Academy of Dance. Now they're going to perform for us in just a minute or so, but you've heard me use the word traditional throughout these opening ceremonies, and when you're talking about pipes and drums, clans and Highland dancers, the word tradition stands prominent.
And that was.
Now, another great tradition that we have each and every year here is the invocation of these games. And with us here today is a very special guest to provide this year's invocation. Please put your hands together and welcome to the microphone the Reverend Stanley Isherwood.
I invite you all to take a moment for reflection and thanksgiving. We're gathered together for many reasons today. To celebrate the strength and skills, to enjoy the sights of others performing, to carry out our business with hope of a profit. There are many throughout the world, in our country and even among our friends and neighbours, who are denied these privileges. Before we continue, let us give thanks in whatever way we find appropriate for our blessings and pledge to be open to the needs of others. Personally, I acknowledge a creative and loving God to whom I seek to be faithful. May each of us, in our own way, make this place a better place. and may these games help us do it. So be it.
Thank you, Reverend. Now, before we have these young ladies here dance, well, as the best that they can, we have a special treat for you here today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, pardon the timing might be off by about a second or two, give or take how fast this baby's flying in at, but after a little bit of communication we had with the Air Force here just down the road in Trenton, we have with us, flying in over us today, I believe it's a Hercules class airplane, and if you direct your attention right across just towards the back of the fence there, within about a minute or so, I can't really tell if he's flying in as of right now, we were given about a 2-minute time, so apparently from everyone that's pointing in over, here they come right now, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a little surprise for you there. Now, he is going to make his way back around and he may come in just a bit lower, so I'd hold your carts to your heads if I were you guys. You don't want to lose it with this baby flying overhead. So we're not actually 100% sure how long it's going to take him to about turn and come back, so we're going to proceed as is. And if you turn actually just facing towards the pier there, you can see him turning around there.
The men's amateur is now throwing at 11 feet.
So as he's flying around, we're going to have the dancers here take their performance. So with their rendition of the mass flying, the Macklin Academy dancers, ladies and gentlemen, and to play them, we have Piper Daniel Carr. Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Macklin Academy dancers.
Jason McClinton, he clears in at 9 feet. Cobourg has to hit into the ground and climb up and away from you and fall. And can't clear the last height. How they determine first place is who's had the least number of misses.
Fight the drum. Flower of Scotland. Too slow. 3 feet forward. At the halt. Slow. Mark.
throwing is Heather Boundy. She's won this event. This is the full caber, 17.2 and 55 pounds. This is for you. She's going to give it a turn for the crowd. Cheer her on, folks. Very impressive.
With us today are athletes of the heavy events, some of which have travelled from south of the border to come up and compete and be with us here today. So with that being said, I'd like you to welcome to the microphone, singing the Star Spangled Banner and O Canada, Miss Alexia Boyagine.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
A little bit of a height difference there. Another big hand for Alexia, ladies and gentlemen. What a voice! As the heavy events go on here today, ladies and gentlemen, just a short reminder that at 1:30 the pipe competitions will be kicking off right in front of... Now, joining us on stage today are representatives from all levels of government, and with us here first, please welcome your MP for Northumberland Peterborough South, Miss Kim Rudd.
Thank you, Darren, and I'm excited to be here again this year. Last year the weather was just like this. I remember some years not so much, so great it could be a wonderful weather day. The Cobourg Highland Games is really an incredible festival, one that we celebrate here in Cobourg and welcome so many guests to. So thank you for those of you who came from far and wide to join us today. The games are a showcase of the special traditions that make us just a little bit Scottish for the day. Year after year, we come from all over to experience such fabulous Highland dancing, to enjoy the pipes, and of course, how far the cavers can be tossed. As I was watching them there earlier, my shoulders felt like they were coming out of their sockets. So admire greatly their ability to do that. This really is a community event, and I do want to take a minute to make sure we thank all of those volunteers and organizers who put together such a fabulous event year after year. So would you give them a big round of applause for me? I'm proud to be here representing the Government of Canada on behalf of myself and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I wish you the best games ever. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Rudd. As we continue on, please welcome your MPP for Northumberland and Quinte West, Mr. Llewellyn Alden.
Well, thank you, Darren. What a beautiful day, and I'm not even going to take credit for it today. I'll leave that to the mayor. So thank you, Your Worship. Well, I've been coming to these games for quite a few years, and I know that one of these days, Darren is going to speak English, and I'm going to be an honorary Scotsman. I know that's going to happen. Anyways, greetings from the province of Ontario. And, this is fantastic. Without any professional statistics, I know that these are the biggest and best games I've ever seen in the hour or two that I've been here this morning. And it's only gets better every year. So, again, to the organizers, congratulations. Thank you for putting this together. And welcome to Cobourg, welcome to Northumberland County. Enjoy the fine weather, enjoy the games, enjoy the entertainment. Have a great day.
As clear as that, right?
Thank you, Mr. Rinaldi, and please welcome the Mayor. Yes, we'll get a little treat here. Well, the Scottish well known to be that wee bit cheeky, so here you go. As the last of them leave the field, ladies and gentlemen, the bands of the 53rd Annual Cobourg Highland Games. Well, I'm going to venture a guess here as to why they left so early, barring because they've got competitions to attend to, but I guess they wanted to give the Mayor the right introduction that he deserves. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone the Mayor of Cobourg, Mr. Gil Brockenier.
Well, thank you very much, Darren, and also I want to thank the Cobourg Legion Pipe and Drums Band for recognizing that I was going to speak, and being the only mayor of Cobourg that was born in Scotland, I don't know how they could do that to me. They just walked out on me. It could be that I'm here every year, so maybe they heard me speak before. But regardless, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome everybody to the 53rd Annual Highland Games in Cobourg. It's a great event.
is an event that has been supported by Cobourg Council for 53 years, and we will continue to do so. There are two members of Cobourg Council with me here today supporting me. Deputy Mayor John Henderson and Councillor Deborah McCarthy. So as I said, it is a great event for Cobourg, but it's a special event for me personally. And so anyone who's from the Crieff area, I want to give them a special welcome because that's my hometown. And this year, as somebody has already mentioned, as I walk through the park, looks like it is the biggest event we've had so far in Cobourg. And we can only hope that, with the weather and the support that we're getting from the Highland Games Organizing Committee, that we will get bigger and better every year. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming, and enjoy your stay here in Cobourg.
Thank you, Mayor Brockenier. Now, with each passing year, ladies and gentlemen, none of this, as the Mayor mentioned, would be possible without the collective volunteer group of the Cobourg Highland Games Society. So here to say a few words on today's festivities, please give a warm welcome to the President of the Cobourg Highland Games Society, Mr. Ed Carman.
Thank you very much, Darren, and thanks guests up here. I want to thank you all for coming. I want to welcome you to our games. I want to thank my dedicated committee that without them I wouldn't be here. But enjoy everything, take part in, get involved, check out our vendors, watch our dancers, our heavies, the bands, and please come back next year, and all the best to you and a safe trip home.
Thank you, Mr. Carman. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, like many special occasions such as this, it is tradition to have these events opened by an individual of the highest stature. And with us today is a man who, well, quite literally breathes the word of Scotland. A Scot himself, he has spoken about the music and culture of Scotland on his show, A Little Breath of Scotland, which, as of November 1st of last year, commemorated its 50th year of broadcast. So please give a very warm welcome, opening these Highland Games this year's, the Honorary Chieftain, Mr. Dennis Snowden.
Thank you very much, Darren. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's a great honour to have been asked to be the Honorary Chieftain of the 53rd Annual Cobourg Highland Games. A Little Breath of Scotland started on the radio in 1965, so we have a great deal in common with the Cobourg Highland Games, having virtually grown up together these past 50-odd years. We have both been dedicated to preserving the traditions, the music and the culture of Scotland while being proud to be called Canadian. What a great combination, Canada and Scotland. One of the frequent comments I get when I meet a listener is, "My, you don't look like I imagined." And I always like to reply, and you look much younger than I thought too. And the beauty about being on radio or on the internet now is that the listener can use their imagination and conjure up their own mind connection with the music, something that makes it very personal. Like those before me, again I congratulate the hard-working volunteers who make these games possible, because as we mentioned before again, without them we would not be here. It's always dangerous when putting a microphone near a politician or a media type, because we tend to get carried away and drone on and on. But today, the only drones we want to hear today are the drones of the pipes, as we watch the grace of the dancers, the skill of the heavy event competitors, and of course the thrill of the mass bands. And so, it only leaves me to declare the 53rd Annual Cobourg Highland Games open and let the games begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Snowden. And with that, the 53rd Cobourg Highland Games are now open. But before we go any further, as all of them left the field rather, we've still got one group here standing fast and ready to go. So please, put your hands together for the Cobourg Legion, pipes and drums.
Royal Canadian Legion, Cobourg! pipes and drums. Green Hill, battles o'er, by the center, quick, march!